Lord talk. I go to kid fool.
This is home for him. Anytime he wants to come through, cause that's my guy. Freez motherfucking Luv.
Hey, what up with you, man? Hey, man. Thank you all, man. Thank you guys for having me, man. I mean it, and I'm proud and honored to be here. You know what I'm saying? I look at this as being like in your early stages, but I know you, homie. I know how you get down.
Yeah,
that's why when you offered, I was like, yo, we got to make that work because that's Ivy the plug. For real, for real. I'm serious. When I was on the road doing comedy,
I'm retired, y'all. Fuck what Freez talking about.
Well, hey, fuck all that. I'll be getting it. Homie, you in Ohio? I'm in Ohio. Hey, homie, you in Florida? I'm in Florida. I'm gonna be in Florida. I was like, are you a comedian? He's like, oh, I work, man. I work, you know, I'm a graphic designer, man.
Not you a graphic designer.
He gonna get over
Not
me,
the
man.
person
That's
that
my
know
brother,
nothing
man.
about computers.
But it was at the same time, it was like, yo, this dude here, I like this young cat, man, because he's about it. You doing it. You don't, you know, so many people in life, you meet so many people that talk about shit and never do it. You know, always got some kind of excuse of why they can't, or you know. And man, I'm just happy to see a young brother that does it. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing it, homie. And you know, and I could blaze too.
Oh, that's key.
Yeah, that's
That is
key.
definitely
Very key.
That's key.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Hey, and I'm here, man, because I have a new comedy special, you know.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's called Throwing Apples. Go to www.throwingapples.com. Go right there and you can see it. You can watch the trailer and you can get it, man.
You gotta explain throwing apples.
I was just gonna say that because
You know-
I was looking at this shit like, why is they throwing apples?
Oh, it's a
You
dope
know,
story to
it's a dope story. Now, all I can say is it's not just a throwaway name. Get it? Excuse the pun. Throw away, like throwing apples. No, it's not just a little silly name. It's a very significant title, and if you get the special, it'll make perfect sense, and you'll be like, oh, that's dope. Yeah, okay. And it's a story of, you know, sections of my life. Just, you know, like everyone has a story. It's important to tell your story. I feel, whatever it is, whatever you're into. If you're a musician, if you're a painter, if you're a designer, I think your art should, at some point, you should put something to tell your story.
Yeah, it should reflect your real life in some type of way, right?
Yes, I feel. That's just my humble opinion, you know. A lot of people don't see it that way at all. They see just the opposite, and that's cool too. But that's the beauty of art, is you don't have to, there is no right or wrong. It's expression. That's why comedy, to me, you know, people always say, "Oh, comedy is man, it's a competition, it's competitive." Get the fuck out of it. It's not competitive. I'm competing against. I'm competing against me.
So when you do comedy, you doing it from the aspect of your comedy, how you feel.
Absolutely, because there's only one rule in comedy: do they laugh? Do they laugh? If they laugh, it works.
Right.
Because I tell you what, if it don't work, they don't laugh. So I don't have to go by what the society says. I have to go by what the audience says, which is society. So fuck what you're saying. I go with what you're showing, and you laugh. And I'm the type guy that likes to take uncomfortable topics and throw those on the table and laugh at them. You know, that's what laughter's for. I mean, that's the, God gave us some stuff. He gave us the ability to cry, and he gave us the ability to laugh. And you have to exercise them. They're gifts. You know what I'm saying?
When
And
I
they're
was
gifts to
watching
help
the special, man, you went into some things, I'm like, that was pretty serious in your life. And I was just kind of like, damn, this is really not a laughing matter. You found a way in that story to bring a laugh out of people out of that, man. And that was impressive to me, because I could tell by your facial expressions on the screen. I'm like, yo, this is touching my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to speak on it.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, you talking about because in this special. It was important. And that's why, this is an independent situation. This is an independent produced.
Right.
I got some other producers with me, but, I didn't have to answer to anyone.
Right. That's
So,
fire. That's
I've
fire.
been in the game 30 plus years. I started stand up in 92, 1992.
Where's your first place you did your show?
Comedy Store. Comedy Store here in Los Angeles on Sunset Boulevard.
That's crazy.
And I left the rap studio because I had got my first contract in 1987 with Profile Records.
And I'm glad you stopped rapping, Freeze, by the way, because
Yeah.
you're my homie, man.
Yeah, man.
He was a terrible rapper.
Yeah, hey, man. I was a good rapper, man.
No, you wasn't.
Yeah.
No,
I said I won too, yo. Buckle my shoe. Yeah. When all of that shit was popping, I was in there, baby. When they started adding words, I was like, hey, slow down, man. What's all the talking? Let's just do that.
Yeah, that's so funny.
But nah, we left. I was, I was okay. You gotta understand, dude, I'm old, man. Look, I started literally the first rap I wrote, actual pen to pad, was probably 1980.
That's the year I was born.
Yeah.
I wasn't
And I
even
still
thought
remember
of.
that rap. I still remember that rap. Not long ago. And mind you, if you didn't, in this era, if you rapped and didn't sound like a DJ, a radio DJ,
Right.
like
That
a
voice.
Curtis Blow, then guess what? You weren't rapping.
Yeah.
That was the criteria.
Yeah, seen that way
You
for
had
sure.
to have a radio type voice. So Cats was rapping and I was I was good because I'm a voice dude. This is all pre that. But look, man, my first rap name, the name I came up with in 1980 was W.C. Freez. Okay?
What's the WC about?
The W.C., I made it stand for West Coast. West Coast Freeze. Okay? This is 1980, man. Hip hop is in its baby stage.
Yeah,
Not
for
infancy stage, but definitely its toddler stage.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay?
For sure.
And I was basing it upon W.C. Fields, who was a comedian, a performer. W.C. Fields was the king of the one-liners, man. W.C. Fields, see? Yo, dude, look him up. Do your research. W.C. Fields is a genius. This dude was a wordsmith. He was hilarious. So I was a rapper that wanted my raps to be funny. So W.C. Freeze was the perfect name. And then when I got in the Army, the W.C. kind of faded away, and I had a sergeant that was from Brooklyn. And at that time, 1985, 86, I was in the Army. I was in Germany, and I was with cats from all over the country, New York, Ohio. You say you from Ohio. Every time I hear Ohio, I instantly think of my man, a cat named Sanchez, first black Puerto Rican dude I met. I didn't believe he was
Black
a real
Puerto
Puerto Rican until I seen him in his uniform and it says Sanchez. I'm like, hey, nigga.
Yeah.
Who's Sanchez? And why you got his shirt on? He said, fool, I'm Sanchez. Man, I thought your name was Tony. He says, yeah, nigga, Tony Sanchez, nigga.
Wow.
How you get Sanchez? You mama Mexican? He's like, no, I don't even know no Mexicans. I'm from Ohio, nigga.
Right. It was
Right. I'm
none
like, hey,
back
man,
then,
this
bro.
shit was confusing to me. He said, you Puerto Rican too? I ain't just a nine no motherfucking Puerto Rican, nigga. Light skinned nigga, man, that's all. Puerto Rican, what the fuck is it, nigga? I remember telling him that, and he was from Ohio.
That's what's up. Shout out to the O, man.
Shout outs, yeah. Ohio's an interesting state, man. You guys are like, I tell you, man, you guys is something. And the white people in Ohio ain't no joke, man. White people in Ohio will beat you with a crowbar, man. They're not regular white people. They don't flinch and shit. You know, they be like, come on.
Now. The Midwest
you
white people.
They
That's
be
the
it.
Midwest white
It
people.
is for sure.
I swear.
I agree. That's the Midwest.
They be a little bit rougher. Like
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Chicago, Detroit.
Yeah.
All my white
rougher.
brothers and sisters in the Midwest, my mom's from Chicago, pops from Omaha, Nebraska. I know they don't play that, man. And you know what it is? I think it's the winters, man. The winters just make tougher people,
boy,
man.
Bro, do you know what it feels like to be in minus 10 degree with a wind chill factor of minus 30? And it's snowing.
And let me tell you.
And the wind is just like hitting you, though. Like,
I'm a
razor
California,
blades.
I'm born and raised here in LA, right? And the first time I saw snow in my life, I was probably 6 or 7 years old, and we went to Mount Wilson because it snowed. And we you know, I grew up in Altadena, Pasadena. And Mount Wilson, there's a road, the 2 highway that'll take you right up to the snow. And people was putting snow on top of their cars and driving back to the hood and kicking the snow off, and kids in the hood was jumping in the snow. We'll have snow for like a day and a half, and then that shit would melt away. You'd be like, damn.
We never had to do that, huh?
I think at this point we're pretty good on snow.
Man.
You know, like, and then, but you know what? It also creates great drivers because people from the Midwest, they tend to know how to drive in those type of weather circumstances. Like out here, oh my God, don't let it rain. Everybody's gonna hit their brakes right away at the same time.
When you talk about LA, see, because again, this city has doubled, tripled, quadrupled
In population.
Quickly.
For sure.
When I came up, nigga, you had to take driving in school. It was part of the curriculum. Nigga, you was not graduating high school if you didn't have your driver's permit.
Damn.
You had to take it with an actual teacher, nigga. They had a car. Like every school had a car. And the car had 2 steering wheels. And it was you and the drivers, and then there was another extra steering wheel and an extra brake.
Yep.
Not an extra gas pedal, but an extra brake. And the teacher would sit there, and I had this teacher named Mr. Heck. Mr. Heck looked like Mr. Heck looked like Napoleon Dynamite with black hair.
Oh my God.
Right? Okay, well, you know Napoleon Dynamite, he had that blonde shit. Mr. Heck's shit was black, but he looked like Napoleon Dynamite, and he talked like this. And he said, before, as soon as you get in the vehicle, the first thing you must do
It's
is
like they
check
find the
your
most people.
Yo, he's got the
Who else would want to do that as an adult?
Like what?
Yo.
Like how do you have the voice to match your job?
exactly. It's like they handpicked this nigga. You know what? You got a very soothing. This is a great motherfucker to learn how to drive with.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Imagine if they got like a little wiry voice, scary. Make sure that, oh God, your seatbelt.
That's not going to be good for kids.
Yeah, it's whack.
sure.
This nigga had the soothing voice. Sound like a, like nigga, like damn, this
The
nigga.
motherfucker on the dry eyes commercial.
Right, exactly. Man. Niggas like, check your mirrors, check your surrounding areas, hit your blinker, and make sure you do a full body turn before you pull out. That's how I learned, nigga. With him the whole way. So I get out here, and now the drivers out here, oh my God.
Man,
They
listen.
are-
You have to pick which lane. Which lane you gonna go? I go in this lane, you go that lane. Hey, you cocksucker. Are you going to go? It's everybody from everywhere making up the rules as they go.
I
Yeah,
swear.
but okay, don't you think it's important that they have to know the language? Because if this says watch for pedestrians and you don't know how to read the language, you have no idea that's what the fuck
Well,
that.
see, here's the thing. Remember, I got kids and they're old, they're adults. So I'm gonna tell you something, man. Life has a way of getting rid of the dummies. You see what I'm saying?
Yo.
I don't give a damn what the sign says. You better use your head and see if anything's coming. I don't care if you had. See, that's kind of like what's wrong with society. There's a lot of people that are like, well, the light is green, so I'm going. Bow.
I agree.
That's how society
You
gets
ain't going
run.
I
far.
agree. I think people don't have the common sense. And
Right.
I was just talking about like a lack of common sense. And I think that's what that really is. So like
Yes.
it's common sense to make sure you don't see nobody before you turn the corner, especially if the light is red. And you know what I'm saying? You're gonna make a right turn.
For sure.
Some people just don't have like just the
Right.
basic.
And
common
I say,
sense.
let's get them out the way, man. Let's get on with living. Get them out of here, man. Because they're going to hurt somebody at some point, man. If right now there's a chance they might just hurt themselves, okay, well, there you go, dum-dum.
Yeah.
You left the curb. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
You left the curb because the light was green. Period.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, let's say somebody's having a heart attack. Let's say they want to stop, but they're having a heart attack. They're still running your ass over, but you had the right of way. You had the right of way, and they just ran them over. Yeah, okay. Well, what if the brakes don't work? That's a machine. A car is a machine.
Facts. It can malfunction like
At
a
any
motherfucker.
time.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Shit.
do y'all think that have anything to do with the system teaching everybody something a certain type of way where they can't like think outside the box? Like, wait, I
Absolutely.
wasn't taught this way. So wait, what do I do? What do I do? Like, and then they look for everybody else like, what do I
Absolutely,
do?
man.
Because I've been taught A, B, C, D. I don't know about an option E. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it seems
That's an
like.
interesting perspective.
That's
for
what it
sure.
seems like. It just
Well-
seems like that people are lacking that common sense because they never had to use their brain in their life. And they've been told to remember information rather than actually think about the information that they're receiving.
And learn it. Exactly.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that right
You're
there.
absolutely correct.
Common sense isn't so common.
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
It's less and less and less and less. And I'm going to tell you why. In my opinion. Mind you, motherfuckers, I'm a comedian. So don't take my opinion and try to go to court with it. You might get laughed at. My shit is designed to make niggas laugh, first and foremost.
That part.
But at the same time, I got to speak on what I see.
Facts.
Yo, man, they want a robot society.
I agree.
You understand? Because a
for sure.
robot society doesn't question; they just accept, move forward. Yes, and I be hearing these kids, man. I be hearing younger people, man. It bugs me, including my own. Where you say, "Hey, how you doing today?" Fine. So what you gonna get in today? I don't know. It's like the robot response, you know, and it's like, man, I know this shit is through. You gotta understand. Look, I'm Generation X. You know why they call it Generation X?
Oh, I do, but go ahead. Drop the jewel.
The real reason they call it Generation X is because they do not want to actually call it what it truly is, and that is the hip hop generation. Period. Hip hop changed the game in the sense of all of this sudden. See, before hip hop, if you wanted to be in music, you had to learn how to play an instrument.
Facts.
You had to learn how to read music. You had to, learn how to sing. It was
You had
something
to
that was
excel
very
in something.
governed.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Jazz, of course, took the rules and bent the shit out of them. Bent them, baby. That's jazz, you understand?
Yeah.
Funk just really just played with it. Played with the rules. Just played with it.
They was experimental in
But-
every type of way.
Hip hop
Drug
changed.
usage, everything.
Hip hop broke the rules because hip hop, you didn't have to learn how to play an instrument. You had to learn how to spin records of instruments already played. You had to learn how to cut and scratch and blend. The DJs, the first step in hip hop. DJs was the first ones to get the fame, to get anything was the DJs in hip hop.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the DJs created the world of hip hop. They made it
Well,
popular to the party scene. Put it
To
that
the
way.
party scene. But don't
Right.
forget graffiti. Graffiti is
That's
huge, another pillar that was also,
A part of hip hop.
again, breaking rules.
And so was dancing, if that's the case.
Again, breakdancing.
Yeah.
Breaking
for sure.
rules. Well, how in the fuck, physically,
Are you
to
doing
the
this
laws of physics, how is this nigga spinning on his head?
Oh, for real though.
Yeah.
This was, you know what I'm saying? This hadn't been done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it had actually, but in a very small group. It was done in the again, our people, in that whole jitterbug era. They was killing, they was doing shit then too.
Oh yeah.
But
My pops was into that shit.
yeah, mine too. My pops had a zoot suit and all of that. For real, my pops
Oh my God.
was in 1940. That nigga was 10 years old. 1945, he was 15. 19, he was wearing zoot suits, man.
Yeah.
Drapes is what they called the pants. And the brims, they called them a sky because it covered the sky. It's supposed to cover. When you look up, you don't see the end of the brim. You see that brim is your whole sky. My pops.
That's fire for real.
It's all, dude. Our culture is constantly to create, and we create. Hip hop was the generation that said we are going to create with the minimum amount of tools. Knocking on a table. You seen that video of Sugar Free banging on the table?
Oh yeah, with the
that's right.
Yeah.
That's all we had at times. For not at times, but for years.
Yeah.
If you couldn't bust it there,
You're not qualified.
You're not qualified, man. You know what I mean? So the journey for me in '87, I had already been in the Army and out. I got out in '87. I've been around the world. I'd been in Berlin. When I stepped back to LA, it was like, oh my gosh. All of my homies I used to literally ride the bus with are now pushing Benzes, Broncos with 33-inch knobbies, sound systems, no top, just whooping. LA is on fire, baby. I stepped right into that. And it was like, yo.
Shout out to Freeway Rick.
Shout out, yeah, Freeway Rick, man. Shout out, salute.
You big time.
You goddamn right, man. You better believe it. And
I even throw Harry in that picture too, man.
Man, how could you
Shout
not?
Out Harry, man.
How could you not? And we're not even talking, we're talking pre-Def Jam, nigga.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure.
I mean, not Def Jam, Death Row. Pre-Death Row. When I say Harry, I'm talking about the street
we all
shit.
know he played a crucial role. Now, we may not know every detail of what he did, but we know he played a crucial role in the development of Death Row, bro. Or the funding. At least let's just say that much.
Listen, man. It's a trip.
Hey, this was even crazy before you go. So I give you time to breathe properly. Listen.
Okay.
Listen. I was interviewing Freeway Rick. He told me him and Harry-O was cellmates for about a year. Imagine being in a prison where you come out your cell in the morning and you see them two niggas together, bro.
I would be like, you know what? Shit. I guess my idea wasn't that bad anyway. It got me the same place as you.
These niggas. Oh my God. You crazy for that.
I'm crazy, man. Look. I'm going to tell you, homie, all of that shit. Shouts out to my homies that are incarcerated right now. I got people that's incarcerated right now in my life, family and all of that. I got homies that have been incarcerated. I've got
shout out to my homie that just came home, one of our homeboys, bro.
Welcome home.
Welcome home, kid. Welcome home,
homie kid. What up? Welcome home. You touched down. That's good shit, man.
Welcome home, bro.
You know,
shout out to the homie.
Unfortunately, the shit is so a part of our culture. A lot of times, younger men don't even have a chance to actually have conversations with older brothers.
That's true.
Unless it's going on in the goddamn penitentiary system.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. That respect between the young black male and the middle aged black male, it's been destroyed, bro. It doesn't really exist no more.
Well, let me tell you, here's the beauty of it though. That's why we so dope. It's like what do they call that shit? Muscle memory? Mm-hmm. Spiritual memory. Mm-hmm. We will connect anytime we see each other, homie. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't ever worry about that. Mm-hmm. It's this. That head nod this, that's what that is, nigga. I do it all day, they do it back. That Don't they
That's
can't
how
sever that.
that's how we met, man. Cause I was a
Exactly.
lot younger back then. I was like, maybe late 20s. Just got home. You know what I'm saying? Myself. I'm out here fucking around. I meet this man up by the train station. We used to be up there doing our little thing and shit. I meet this man, bro. Cool, humble dude, bro. Cool, humble dude. Just sat down with us and chopped it like a OG. You know, I knew he was older, knew he was polished, knew he had a lot of game to spit. So we, our generation was we loved to get that game back then. We loved that because that gave us ideas to innovate on what we was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's actually
It's
for real, how we met in the streets. It wasn't on no set of no movie, none of it. Nah, we met in real time, real traffic, real life.
and Trip. Now the other side of that, where you saw me, it was every morning at the goddamn train station. Why? And I was on my bike, my beach cruiser. Okay, I was riding all the way downtown, a little bit past downtown, to actually grow trees on a factory production level and build grow facilities. Build grow facilities. I build grow facilities, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds sexy, bro.
yeah.
I
Now
get none of
mind
that
you,
shit,
now
man,
mind
goddammit.
you, peak game though. I got in that position because I had just finished being on the road on a hard body run with Charlie Murphy.
Shout out,
Eight and a
rest in peace
half
to the
year
legend.
run.
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace to the
homeboy.
legend, for sure.
Charlie Murphy and me were on the road 43 weekends a year from 2006 to about 2013.
How was it working with Charlie, man?
It was crazy.
What you mean,
Nigga,
bro?
it was some other shit. It's Charlie fucking Murphy, nigga. And it was trying because here's how it went down when we first met. We met on Murder Was the Case.
Damn.
We were both in Murder Was the Case.
Yeah, now that I think about that, y'all both was.
Yes.
Do you remember Murder Was the Case, Snoop Dogg's first shit?
I don't.
Okay.
Oh, you younger.
Snoop Dogg.
She's Generation Z.
Yeah, I mean
Shut up.
she's yo, it's but if we don't talk about it, you won't know. So you gotta learn. This is your history too. Cause if Snoop and Dre and DOC and and NWA and if they wouldn't have put it down as hard as they put it down,
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
we wouldn't be the gang. They made it monetary at a level that it had to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
That's all. We're all a part of that.
They're the cause of this genre being the biggest selling genre today. They created gangster rap, bro. They
And-
created the rap that all of us could do coming from the elements we came from, bro.
And it,
Can I ask a question?
yeah.
Sorry, because y'all. Okay. I just want to know. So, if they created gangster rap, all of these people, and they're kind of still around, probably not active, but still in the business.
I would say Drake's still active for sure.
I just want to know who destroyed it. Like, because it feels like we have been infiltrated in a way that what it probably started off as, much like maybe the Bloods and the Crips, it's not so much that anymore.
No, none of it is. None, and I know what you're saying.
Yeah, when the money comes into something that is new or something that has no history, right? It's just created. There's follows the corruption. When the money, when you follow the money, always. You
Right.
find-
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty much. And when it comes to gangster rap or what are you, that's a genre, okay? Now they created a genre.
Yeah.
They created another leg of hip hop, another branch of hip hop, okay? And
Smack that with your Freeze.
it was
When you got into comedy, right? Because I know you
Right.
started with the hip hop. Then
Right.
you kind of went into comedy from the hip hop.
correct.
When did you feel like, oh yeah, I'm him?
Honestly,
A matter of fact, what was the first show you did where you was like, yo, I'm him.
Yo, and this may sound, I don't want this to sound arrogant,
Nah, talk your shit,
but I'm
goddammit.
going to keep
It's
it
plug talk.
100. The first time.
You got on stage?
The first time.
Period.
Period.
You got to tell me about this, man.
It's in my special.
I know.
I tell you, it's in my special.
I know.
It went down. It's not an exaggeration. It's, yo, man, the first time, man, I literally left a rap studio, went up there, went through the process of getting on a little punk ass list and all of this, because dude told me, not even getting on the list, he told me to come back. I'm on. Shouts out to Dante. That was the white cat at the Comedy Store.
Named
in
Dante?
the Belly Break. Yeah, exactly. That's how I remember.
Right.
That's how I remember. When he said, Dante, like,
Right.
goddamn, I know 2 or 3 Dantes, nigga.
All the Dantes I know, ain't none of them white.
Exactly. I knew a girl named Dante and a nigga named Dante.
I have never met a white boy named Dante, bro.
Me neither, except this dude, this night, the first time I ever did comedy. He was running the show. My nigga Danny Grayson, shouts out RIP.
Shout out to him, man.
Very
Shout out to
famous.
the first white guy named Dante.
Yo, Dante was like, you want to get on tonight? You can. Come back at 8 o'clock. I went back at 8 o'clock. This was 92. We just had the riots in LA. LA was on edge. Everybody was popping. Every it was like, you know, it was still kind of on edge, you know.
Even after the peace treaty?
The peace treaty was, man, that shit was glorious, man. Shouts out to all the ceasefire, the peace treaty. That was a good time. That shit was wild. That shit was beautiful. Niggas got to see parts of LA they never saw.
Right.
Niggas was going in the hoods deep that they had never been in that deep before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I was in the Nickersons. I was in the Jordan Downs for celebrations of this time. You understand? All in Watts, and you know, it was. Anybody says that wasn't a beautiful time, they're lying to you.
I don't see how anybody can say it wasn't, though.
That shit was fly.
Whenever you got peace and
it's like, because of that time, this time now, I see this shit totally different. Like, it's crazy to me because I see a bunch of chiefs. I see a bunch of strong chiefs, a bunch of warriors, different tribes of chiefs and warriors that literally are killing each other. Like, well, hold on, man, we all Indians, man. We all out here, but we all killing each other. Where your chief is, yo, pump. We got to pump the brakes and reanalyze this whole thing, man, because it's all culture.
Yeah, I agree.
It's culture. You can't tell me it's not cultural. I've been around this world, and I've seen my culture around this world. When I was in fucking Stockholm, Sweden, I ripped the club. Me, Charlie Murphy in Stockholm, we was killing it. I killed this set. Right after the set, it's like 4 or 5 little white kids, you know, like white kids. You know, we in Stockholm, Sweden. Of course they white, you know. They got beanies, Dickies, right? Pendletons, Chucks. And I'm looking.
Stop it, bro.
Yeah, man. And the fool hit me up. He threw up his set. I'm like,
what?
Hey, motherfucker, how dare you?
Right.
Like, it's not even a matter of, you know, like, it's like, what are you doing? Are you having fun mimicking?
Do you understand what you're doing?
Hey, man, that nigga said, Snoop Dogg put me on, homie. And I'm like, well, our culture. Our culture. People could be mad at Snoop because he walked with the torch. Hey, man, he's of that culture.
Yeah, you can't be mad at that.
This is all cultural.
Yeah.
If you get mad, hey, fuck you. Why did you ask him?
He's one of the biggest.
What's he supposed to do, nigga?
Yeah. Snoop is a walking brand, bro. Like
Snoop is an icon, man.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
one
Like
of the biggest.
like
ever.
Elvis, like
Ever. Yeah.
like motherfucking Elton John, like Like Paul McCartney, Snoop Dogg is gonna be here, man.
Yeah, for
Period.
sure.
And
For sure.
I got to work with that nigga, and Murder Was the Case, and in Gin and Juice.
I've smoked with him several times. I never worked with him before. How was he to work with?
Fucking great. Great. That nigga was fun. That's what I'm saying. I met Charlie Murphy through him. We was in his trailer on Murder Was the Case.
Right.
Charlie Murphy kills
Damn, y'all
me
got
and
a
Murder Was the
long
Case.
ass. Yeah, y'all got a long ass history together.
Right. But this is when I had just met him then.
Yeah.
And we was in Snoop's trailer, and it's a trailer. It's that size, and this shit is so smoky. You literally can't see across from you in the trailer. And you just hear niggas' voices, and niggas is bagging on each other, you know, like back and forth. Charlie Murphy, and this nigga right here, nigga, all I know, nigga, is this nigga, you look like a, what you call them thing, a pilgrim shoe, nigga, a dirty ass, black ass pilgrim shoe. He said that to one nigga that was in there, and you looked at him, and he looked like a pilgrim shoe.
Fuck out of here.
Somehow, his head, the way his fro was cut, it was on point. It was hilarious. And I told him, I said, yo, nigga, you don't do comedy. You do comedy too, right? He says, nah, nigga, I don't do no comedy, nigga. I write and I act, nigga. You know, I act every now and then, but mainly I write scripts, nigga. All that stand-up shit, I leave that, you know, come on, man. You know who my brother is, nigga. How the fuck, nigga? How am I do? I was like, hey, dude, on the real, your brother is the nigga.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah. That motherfucker right there, I don't care what you say. When it comes to this, he did it to the whole gamut of it.
He covered every aspect of the game that you could expect.
Yes. He did it, man. He changed the game to rock and roll.
Is he the GOAT?
He is a GOAT.
Mount Rushmore, though, right? He's on that Mount Rushmore no matter how you look at it.
You have to. Yeah. You have to put him on there.
Yeah, for sure.
No, just for the amount of money he's made.
Well, I mean, just the influence he's had on the culture, bro.
All of that. We're not even getting into that yet. Mm-hmm. Let's just talk about the bread. Let's just talk about the bread, man. See, cats say, and this is so-and-so is funny, and so-and-so, hey, man, true. There's a lot of cats making bread out here, and I'm not mad. Get it, nigga. But remember, this guy has franchises. That what's the nigga, the green nigga, the big head nigga? You know, the
Gumby?
Nigga. No, not Gumby, nigga. That's the old school green nigga. Shrek. Right. It's Shrek. That nigga. That's his franchise. He's the
donkey in that.
Yeah. Well, 2 and 3, he was executive producer on. That's him. He owns that franchise. Daddy Daycare franchise, the Clumps franchise. I don't know about Daddy Daycare. I might be just high, just rattling off titles, but there's a lot. This dude owns some 1, 2, 3s.
What about that? They just did a new Beverly Hills Cop.
Exactly. The Beverly Hills Cop franchise.
Yeah.
The fucking this dude is with mega blockbusters. And here's the thing. Nobody wants to do the math on this, because if they do, it shuts everything down. To this day, that motherfucking Raw, that special he did, let me tell you, the highest grossing stand-up comedy special to date. And not only that, no one even comes close. No one even comes close.
Chappelle's not close?
Not even close.
Nah.
Do the math. Don't be mad at me. These are facts. Don't be mad because I know the facts, nigga. I was here, living it, going through it. Eddie Murphy was a phenomenon. I'm telling you.
I have to agree.
Everybody was singing, you know, put a tin can in you do all of his album, everything, Goonie Goo Goo. Everybody was saying, this was from the bus driver to the mailman to the grocery store people, everyone. It was a phenomenon. The barbers, old people, white people, black people, Asian people, Arab people, Google, everybody, nigga, this nigga, he shook it, you know, Mr. T, all of
Shout out
that.
to the genius, man.
Yo,
Shout out to Ed, man.
shout out to Eddie fucking Murphy, man. That's real.
Yeah.
That you can't argue
You
this.
gave me a different perspective
Yeah,
on
'cause
his
see-
greatness, man.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. And I don't give a
You like
fuck.
Eddie?
At my age, I don't have to hold my tongue or nothing. If
I mean,
Eddie,
he's talented. Yeah.
I know I'm talking a lot, but
No, you good. You good.
You know.
bro.
We are
That's
here
why
for
we
you.
got-
I'm just saying,
That's why we're here.
y'all don't know, and it's like the coldest thing. The shit is just like, it's just like pissed me off because I know if he was a white guy,
Boy, he would be the biggest ever to touch the stage.
right? You'd hear it, you'd
Yeah.
beat it in your head, but because he's, they do what they do, but it's nothing to. But that's traditionally and systematically how it is done in this country.
The comedy world, the guys that grind like he grind, right?
There's no difference in the music world, in the jazz world. You know
So
what
it's
I'm saying?
competitive, so people may not.
It's not. Nah, it's not. You gotta understand this is about making money, entertainment business, entertainment industry. This is about generating dollars from entertainment, every facet of it. Okay, it's not about art. It's not about skill. It's not about talent. All that shit could be great,
Right.
but it's not about that. Art is about art, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Art is doesn't give a fuck about entertainment necessarily. Art is down enough and strong enough to be art. Period. Doesn't give a fuck. It doesn't have to be entertaining. It's still gonna be art.
Fact.
You know.
That's fact.
And when you talk about stand-up comedy, it is an art. It is a craft. But to make it worthwhile and to eat, you have to take a comedian and make him a comic. Something that's
Explain that. We don't get that, bro.
Yeah,
That
man.
went over our heads. It
it probably did it, and y'all look,
Little
and I'm high, and I'm a comedian.
You see that light?
Here you go. Here it is, homie. It's like this. When you go to the donut store
Yeah.
in the winter,
Mm-hmm.
one of the first things that catches your eye when you're driving by that donut store is that big Santa Claus painted on the side and them elves sliding around with donuts and shit and donuts on the reindeer's antlers and all of. You've seen these at the donut shops, right? Have you ever seen? You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely, bro.
All right.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's the thing out here because they don't got snow and stuff. So they
Right.
gotta have
We don't
all
have it
that.
out here. They
They
got.
gotta just paint it.
But even
everything.
even in the store, you see they do paint on the windows the seasons, right?
Yeah,
Valentine's Day, they
yeah.
paint the cute. Okay, well, an artist has painted that. That motherfucker who paints that shit is a hell of an artist,
Facts.
okay? But you don't give a fuck how good of an artist you is, nigga. Can you paint Santa Claus eating a donut with an elf? That's what we need. If you can't, get the fuck out of here because somebody can. That guy is a comic. A comic eats. A comic does what the fucking job requires. You gotta wear a suit, you put on a suit. You gotta talk about shower curtains, talk about shower curtains. And get that $2,000 check for 15 minutes to the shower curtain convention. That's a comic. That's comic work. It's vital. It's important. But the other side of it is the comedian. Okay? The comedian is the artist side. It's under no restrictions. No restrictions. He's going to make you laugh. He may make you cry and make you laugh again and maybe make you angry. He's a comedian. He's using comedy, storytelling, jokes, whatever, to be artistic.
Right.
And that's, that's what it is. That's what my shit is anyway. And that's the beauty of it. After doing this shit for 30 some years, motherfucker, I'm a doctor at it.
A surgeon.
A surgeon at it. For real, for real.
Yeah, for sure.
Because this is a 100% on the job training craft. You can't read about this and then walk out on stage and smash.
Nah,
it's not happening.
Yeah, for sure.
So the first time I did it, the very first night I did it at the Comedy Store, what went down that night, I didn't know anybody, but I roasted everybody in the room. Everybody that had something to say got roasted to where people was running around bumping into each other laughing, falling down laughing. They couldn't believe the shit I was saying. I was saying some outlandish shit, nigga. And I talk about it in the special.
Was they bothering you? Like, how?
They was fucking with everybody all night. Okay? Nigga, I'm nervous. This is my first time. Don't forget, nigga, I'm a battle rapper. I'm a battle MC, nigga. I love to come off the dome, send niggas home, kick you in the back of your head till you never roam in my direction. You have no protection. Your mind is feeble. I'm an MC. I come off the dome.
No, you're a comedian, bro. You're definitely not an MC, bro.
I'm an MC, man. I'm telling you.
Out, man.
I'm telling you.
This is another look, but on the real, MC means what? Master
of ceremony.
Of ceremony.
Yep, for sure.
How can you be a master of ceremony and not be able to use humor?
No, absolutely.
That's why some of the
original masters.
Some of the best MCs are some of the funniest people I know. Back to Snoop. Snoop is funny, man. Snoop got some skills. Daz got some skills.
Daz a beast.
Diggity Daz can bag. These niggas got some skills. They was my homeboy E-Man, Emmanuel Dean.
I see him as one of the top 3 producers in hip hop history, bro.
Who?
Daz.
Oh, Daz?
For sure.
Daz,
for sure.
Daz is wherever. When you said that Daz heard you, Daz was saying number one, the top nigga.
My bad, Daz. No disrespect, pimp, but I mean, I'm just
Daz
saying,
is sick.
Yeah,
Daz is sick with it, man.
I would love to see Daz and Dre in the verses.
Oh man.
Yeah. Now you talking about?
Hey, throw me that lighter.
2-3 hours of just mastery.
I mean, yeah, man.
Yeah, masters.
For real.
Yeah.
That would be a verses that could go days.
What?
And don't
for real.
And don't fuck around and throw Quick up in there.
Quick a beast.
That's another fucking musical genius motherfucker. On the real, man. I keep it one, Come on. E40 too.
I didn't know he do no.
Or he don't do beats?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I didn't know if he did.
I don't know. That's the Bay. Shouts out to the Bay. I don't know Bay culture like that. And
I don't think he gets his
credibility
of a rapper though. Like E40 created the language we use today, the slang we use.
Well,
that's all E40, bro.
I remember I said a joke about E40 in Oakland and it had niggas in tears.
What was the
joke, E40 bro? Was there. I said this nigga E40 is up here, right? The thing is, this to an LA cat, we don't know the difference necessarily between Vallejo and San Francisco and Oakland and Palo Alto, and we don't know. That's 7 hours away driving, man. That's another in all geographical sense.
That's North California, Southern California.
Like on the East Coast, when I went over there and lived, I tripped off of how many states you'll cover in that same distance.
2-3 hours,
man. Like from here to
New Hampshire, Massachusetts, DC, Baltimore, Jersey.
I mean, all
right
the
across
way.
the bridge.
Maryland, fucking Virginia. You'll be in Virginia, North Carolina, so all of that shit. Like bam. That's one state out here, Cali motherfucking, and the Bay is a different get down. 100% West Coast, but a whole different take on it. A little bit of our shit overlaps. But it's like they love cars, but they love like Mustangs and Cougars. We love cars, but we love like Chevys, Impalas. You understand?
big bodies
Yeah, them long
with
just
little bitty ass, what we used to call cheese ball rims, so y'all can bounce
them
them
13
motherfuckers
inches, nigga,
off
like
the
track,
fucking ground
right,
and
nigga.
shit. Yeah,
100
we ride
spokes,
big
nigga.
rims out there, man. On the
Yeah,
Midwest,
see,
man.
you guys, every time I see y'all, I'll be like, these
We look like
motherfuckers.
clowns to y'all, right?
Hell yeah,
Yeah, but
nigga. I
that's how
keep
they.
it
Listen,
100.
when I came here, so
Niggas that get mad. I mean, fuck you for hey, man. I'm
nah,
keeping
that's
it
a
100.
fact.
But
That's a fact.
that fucking all of that shit in Miami, they should be blowing my mind. Niggas would come up in a straight glass house, but
You know why?
that motherfucker will or a convertible with the banana yellow
Bro,
interior.
they deck the inside of the car out
Right.
more than they spend on the outside of the car. Like the way Florida do their cars, bro. I gotta salute Florida. To me, cares the most about their cars than any other state in the motherfucking country, for sure.
No, man.
Explain
Man,
it.
no.
Explain that.
So they do inside
No.
and out. They will have that bitch sprayed with the nastiest candy paint. They will have some of the most expensive rims, 24s, 26s of that shit. But that's not it.
Hey,
They're gonna take the whole inside. You can have a 1964 Impala, right? They're gonna have a space age dash on that motherfucker. Then they're gonna have it whatever leather that they want to match the rims and the candy paint. And then it's piped out so the outlining is matching whatever else they trying to do. Bro, these
Yeah,
motherfuckers put
see.
so much detail into their shit. It's crazy. Like, I swear, bro, I gotta
I
salute
know what
them.
you're saying.
Yeah, I gotta salute
and I'm
them,
telling
bro.
you, I would be down in Miami and Coconut South Grove, Miami Grove. What is it? Coconut Grove and South Beach and all of that. I
Shout
love
out to
Miami,
Florida,
man.
man.
Shout outs to
They
Florida,
put a lot
man.
of
and Jacksonville and all up, you know.
I fuck
Hey,
with Jacksonville.
and I look at that car. I got a lot of motherfucking supporters down there in them areas, and I got love for them. But I tell you, when they say, "Big Freez, we gonna show you our whip. We go our whip, blah." I'll be like, "Oh, that's nice." Like, nigga, look, homie.
It don't bounce.
But
Huh?
wait though. Also, I gotta give a shout out to the homie Chris, Sun State Customs. Now he's in Orlando. That nigga is taking the Chevy Impala classic West Coast Orthodox West Coast Chevy Impala rules and regulations to the utmost, and he's doing his thing to the
I need to
fullest.
check him out.
You need to check him out. In Texas, shout out to them niggas with the
they
with
do
the
it
crunk.
different. Yeah,
I mean, not the, with the DJ Screw and the slabs. That's another one that I just can't. I be like, oh my gosh, it's incredible with them long ass motherfucking spokes.
Now,
Nigga, that's some Texas Longhorn shit.
Yeah,
nigga.
I respect it, but I don't get that.
I
That
don't.
looks
Hey,
like
I
a
respect
safety.
it. Like it. I respect it because you know what? It's again, it's a whole nother culture within our culture.
But I don't fully understand it. I don't fully understand it.
That's
you know
how
what
it
I'm saying?
should be. To me, if you're really doing it, you should be certain. There should be a level of people that get it to the fullest, and a whole bunch of other people that are intrigued by it.
Right.
And
See,
that's
I'm just
always what we do.
intrigued, right? I don't understand, and maybe because it's just that like I just left Houston last week. Shout out to Houston, man.
Yeah, shouts out always to Houston. That's my nigga. All them dudes, man, Scarface and them, and the Fifth War Boys. Those was my homies down there.
The vibe was so dope. You know what I'm saying? For
Willie
real.
and Willie D, man.
Yeah. I had to go get me a Trill burger. Shout out to Bun B. That burger fire too, by the way,
man,
bro.
Let me tell you about that, man. The Texas is, that's just like going to a country.
Mm-hmm.
Because Texas, from Houston to Dallas, is worlds apart.
Yeah, about 4 hours.
But it's a whole different take on Texas. Just as proud, just as Texas,
for sure,
but it's Dallas, Texas.
Yeah,
and you go down to Killeen, same thing. Just as you know, you go to Victoria, you go to Corpus Christi, El Paso, man. El Paso, shouts out to El Paso, Texas. Is man, do you realize El Paso, Texas is 80% Latino?
Oh yeah, I get it. I stayed in Odessa for about a year.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Odessa, Texas is not a place.
Right,
It
right.
is a time. It's the time. It's 1982. It is a year. Odessa, Texas is
It's
1982 right now, nigga.
yeah. It's right next to Midland, where the Bush family's from. They're from Midland. Like
Oh
that's
my
what Midland
God.
is known for, being the home of the Bushes.
Right.
Yeah,
I
and Midland's
remember
right
we
next
flew
to
into that shit, I
Odessa.
think.
Oh my
Odessa,
God.
man, let me tell you
I got a
about
lot of money
Odessa.
down there, Free.
I know you did. I'm certain you did. I
Shout
tell
out
you, it's
Odessa was good to me.
1982. Was
Yeah.
the 80s not popping?
Yeah, oh for sure. It was a money getting time
Yeah,
period, man.
okay. Odessa, Texas, right now is 1982.
Yeah,
I
I
met
agree.
a nigga.
I agree.
I met this cat. A nigga got me. A jive ass nigga got me in Odessa, Texas for $65, nigga.
Oh my
Yeah, a
God.
nigga named Temecula. A nigga named Temecula.
What type of name is that? What you
Yeah,
thought he was
exactly. That's what I said when I
one of
met
the
this.
Transformers or something?
Man, exactly, man.
What was he?
Exactly. Let me tell you, this motherfucker really transformed. It was me, Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy's cousin and our road manager, Rich. We was all rolling around.
Mm-hmm.
We was doing the show. This guy was the guy that the promoter put with us to drive us. He was our driver. He was our liaison. He was the guy that takes care of this shit.
Right.
We need some motherfucking aspirin, man. Go get us some aspirin. You know, that kind of shit.
Right.
And this nigga, hey, man, this nigga, his name, man, he said his name was Temecula. And I was like, what? I thought he was saying the mic sounds like what? He said Temecula. I said, what?
Terrible
He said
name.
Temecula. I said,
Terrible
God
name, bro.
damn, you must be the only nigga on the planet named Temecula. He said, no, it's two more. My daddy and my son.
There's a couple cities named after that too.
Hey,
man.
yeah, but yo, he said, I'm half black, half Mexican. And until he said it, I just didn't even pay attention. But when he said it, I was, man, that nigga turned into a black ass Pancho Villa.
What the
Like
fuck,
his
man?
face looked like straight Pancho Villa. He had the fucking the little hairs right here. Like this mustache started on the side, nigga, and went out. And I was like, his mustache started, but it was a nappy mustache. He had a nappy beard and mustache, but it was cut in the straight up Pancho Villa style, man. And he said his mother was Mexican, his pops was black. And his name was Temecula.
Word.
And he was named after his daddy, and he named his son after him. And the nigga owes me $65 right now, nigga.
You better cash out, man.
Yo, man,
Right,
this
Temecula's
nigga,
where his money at.
Yo,
You
he's
know
our,
you ain't
he's
hard
our
to find.
liaison.
Go buy
This
his
nigga,
new special 5 times. That's what you do.
look, listen to
pictures
what
on
he
it.
do, man. This is what this dude did. we was on our way to the club.
Okay.
And he said, hey, man, my stomach. Oh, my stomach. Hey, man, I got to go to my hotel room and use the bathroom right quick, fellas. And we was like, you supposed to be taking us to the club. We almost to the club.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the club, homie, right now. What are you talking about? You got to go to the bathroom. We closer to the club than you are to. He said, no, my hotel room. And then he was, boom, we was at his hotel room. And the hotel room door was open, right? And Charlie said, who else is in there? He said, it's just me. And he left and went inside, right? And shut the door. And it opened like someone snatched it open, right? He said, and he stuck his out. He said, come on in. I'll only be a minute. Charlie was like, hey, nigga, does this nigga think we're going to get out of this limo and go into a hotel room that we never been into with the door cracked open and go in there where the goons are and beat the shit out of us and take our jewelry and take nigga. What is he? Does he think we're falling for this? He can't mean this, right? And so as he's saying that, he comes back and he slams the door. He said, "What's wrong, man? Why won't y'all come on in and chill a minute?" I said, "Hey, man." Charlie said, "Hey, man, tell you what, Temecula's, nigga, if you don't get the fuck in his car and drive us to the goddamn club, nigga, you can see a whole nother side of us, nigga. You understand?" He quietly got
like
in the
Charlie
car.
Murphy too, man.
He got in the car, nigga, and drove us to the club. And I was like, "Hey, Temecula's, check this out. I gave you $65 yesterday to get some trees for us. Did you get them?" He said, "Nah, they're coming tonight. They'll bring it to the club." I was like, "All right, homie, cool." This is the last time I ever seen you. Like that nigga look